Let me rest. I am devastated by how we focus on difference and miss commonality. If by some act of providence we could acknowledge how we are alike, we might position ourselves to find the differences intriguing. We might find knowledge fascinating, and instead of seeking to dominate, we might seek out ways to appreciate our differences. Instead of appropriating a culture, we might just celebrate it and give credit where credit is due. We might seek mutually beneficial solutions and work toward equity instead of reinforcing divisive stereotypes and nurturing fear-mongering. We might reward integrity instead of trying to shame it, and at least for a little while, call right good and bad wrong. I am weary. Weary of working for justice only for privilege to win. Weary of operating in excellence only to be shown where I missed the mark. Weary of doing more with less because less is all I have, and terrified for my grandchildren because it's getting worse instead of better. I am exhausted of being misunderstood when I'm speaking plain English and of holding myself back from doing the damage I could do for fear that shards of repercussions would ricochet right into the heart of some innocent bystander. There are no words to speak to a grieving father when his child has been cut down by bullets from a gun that never should have been unholstered. There is no solace for a mother who must fight to rescue the good reputation of her dead child from those who seek to besmirch it to protect their fragile and collective identity from their own misdeeds. The remedies seem weak against centuries of brainwashing and intentional campaigns of misinformation and subjugation. The problem with most wasted minds is that they believe themselves to be steeped in righteousness. So discourse only leads to self-justifying tirades that shine me in the light of intolerance. You tolerate what is tangential, not what's necessary. My heart has never wanted anyone to be unnecessary or inferior or substandard or even mediocre. So I remain devastated. Now, I'm typically successful at pretending to be on an even keel, but today, the decades of microaggressions and shadows of open hostility have come crashing down on my psyche, waylaid my spirit, and manifested in visceral exhaustion. So just for today, let me rest. Let me sleep under memories of the times it seemed to work, and dream about a future when my words will fall on ears eager for truth and justice, and when the American way is not just for the male progeny of the daughters of the Confederacy, but is indeed for all of us. Today, let me weep. Let my tears work at cleansing the wounds I've collected from so many who could not carry their own burdens. Allow them to facilitate healing in the hearts of their original owners and of those who perpetrated the crimes against them. Let me soak today in tranquil waters that will relax my heartstrings, strained from watching my community turn on itself because it's not safe to relieve the tension and fury and toxicity anywhere else. Maybe tomorrow I can corral my courage and my sense of injustice and try again. Today, though, I am devastated and disheartened, angry and exhausted, bruised and battered, and less than a thought away from insanity. Please, somebody pray for me today and let me rest.